Hi there, my name is RJ. I'm the CEO and founder of a technology startup, and today is part 3 of my series on why Facebook is in the middle of a collapse and why it is going to be bigger than Enron. Now, in the last episode, we talked about Apple's introduction of Ask to Track and how it's decimating Facebook's revenue. And we ended by talking about how Mark is making a major bet on the metaverse and how he's already failed. But to understand all of that, we first need to take a look at just how big of a bet Mark is making on the metaverse. Meta has spent a total of $20 billion on VR technology since 2020. Mark is making a huge bet that the future of technology lies in VR and that the VR headset will essentially be the next iPhone. But I have some major problems with that prediction. First of all, it is incredibly difficult to transition a company from a software company to a hardware company. And you need to look no further for an example of this than Microsoft. Here is a list of all of the hardware products that Microsoft has released before finally finding success with the Surface. And this was over a period of nearly 2 decades. Mark doesn't have that kind of time. Here's a graph of the Google search results for motion sickness in relation to the adoption of VR. You mean to tell me that this is going to be the next iPhone when half of the people who use it are puking their guts out after sitting in it for 15 minutes? I don't think so. The other argument actually lies in the hardware itself. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after you strap this to your face and boot it up for the first time. Yeah, you stare into a sea of blackness as the bright blue Meta logo stares back at you for 15 uninterrupted seconds before you enter the home screen. I don't know about you, but that is about as 1984 as it fucking gets. It's so terrifying that I close my eyes throughout the entire boot sequence of the Meta Quest 2. And finally, we need to talk about competition. See, up until this point, Meta has basically been the only major player in the game. They purchased Oculus, and with their deep pockets, they were able to dramatically increase adoption of it as a platform. See, since launching the Meta Quest 2 back in 2020, they have sold almost 15 million units, which is a significantly impressive number. But the thing is, they already lost their head start. See, Apple is entering the game, like we talked about in our last episode, but there's also one other major player which we haven't even talked about yet, ByteDance, aka the Facebook of China. And in case you don't recognize that name, they're the owners of TikTok. So not only is Meta about to go toe-to-toe with Apple, one of the best and most successful hardware companies in the world, they're also about to go against ByteDance, who is literally kicking their ass with TikTok right now. And with all that said, we are finally ready for part 4, the downfall of Instagram.